Happy Friday, folks. In today's Lions video, we're going over the top 5 draft targets for the Lions in the 2026 NFL Draft. Currently, the Lions are sitting around pick 15. Could go up, could go down, depending on the games this weekend. So we're going to look at prospects that are generally going to be where the Lions pick. Obviously, we're going to go with players who I think the Lions need and position and all of that. But before we get into today's video, if you think it's a smart and sound idea to be like this guy, get into a barrel and jump over Niagara Falls, go ahead and subscribe to my channel because we talk all things Detroit Lions news and rumors. And sometimes being a Lions fan, feel like you're drowning. Also, take that like button, throw it in the barrel, and let's get into today's Lions draft selection. The 2026 NFL Draft, scheduled for Thursday, April 23 through Saturday, April 25, 2026, will be held in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, utilizing areas around North Shore, Point State Park, Acra Stadium into Pittsburgh. If you have not been to the draft, you should go to the draft. Now, a lot of you guys probably went to the Detroit draft, and if you didn't, go to the draft in Pittsburgh. I went to the New York draft in 29. It's a fun environment. Make sure you check it out. What are the positions that the Lions are really going to be needing, especially in round one? There's really two positions here, and that's going to be tackle, in my opinion, and the edge position, offense and defensive line. When you're sitting at pick 15, you want to get the best player at a position of need. With Taylor Decker potentially retiring, that is a spot where you get. And so my first selection here that I have the Lions targeting is Kaden Proctor, offensive tackle, Alabama. I really like Proctor. I think he's a very, very stud of a tackle. He's 6'7", 336 pounds out of Alabama. He ranks 3 per NFL Draft Buzz. He's a mountain man of a frame. I mean, he's huge, guys. Huge. He's violently explosive with the hands and delivers thunderous initial punts, is capable of short circuiting pass rushes, road grader, surprising lateral quickness, natural knee bend, ankle flexibility. Man, he is made to be a stud immediately. He needs a little bit of work with hand placement, pad level, conditioning concerns. That's really about it, folks. Proctor is a stud. If the Lions get him with the 15th pick, that would be an amazing selection. Become a channel member. Hit that join button. Become the family. Let's keep it going on here. The next player that I have for the Lions is Spencer Fano, another lineman. Why is that? We love our linemen here. Because, look, our offensive line was absolute and utter butt cheeks. Fano, 6'6", 302 junior. He ranks 2. The reason I have him as number 2, it's hard for me to think that he'll be there at 15. We know linemen are very much valued. We all know that, right? But he is explosive power generator off the run, great in pass protection, possesses rare movement skills at his size, exceptional change of direction. It's amazing. Showcases kickside mechanics, excellent footwork. He's very quick, outstanding recovery ability. He's immediately plug and play. And with Decker potentially not being here, this would be a great option for the Lions. It would be. He can be overly aggressive sometimes. He can have quick hand speed, but he is a guy that the Lions most definitely could coach up. I mean, he's a plug-and-play guy. He can only get better. And imagine you get center, right, in free agency. We've talked about it. You have Penei Sewell, like Tyler Linderbaum. You put a Proctor or a Fano there on the left side or the right side, just depending on if they wanted Penei Sewell. The offensive line is so much better. So much better. The importance of the offensive line can't really be talked about enough. It is extremely, extremely important. We've seen when You don't give Jared Goff any time, our offense just can't do anything. And we're stuck with this contract, folks. We are stuck with his contract. So the Lions are going to be needing to get a guy to hold down the offensive line, whether that's going to be Fano, whether that's going to be Proctor, or potentially my next selection coming up, and we're going to talk about that player. The Lions need a lineman. It's just what they do need. They have to have it. Got to have it. Must have it. Question for you. Should the Detroit Lions draft offense or defense in round 1? O, if you want to see them do offense. D, if you want to see them do defense. Let's get into the next player on my list that the Lions could target in this up-and-coming draft. Next player here is Caleb Lomu. Yes, offensive tackle from Utah as well. He's a tackle from Utah. They got a great offensive line, 6'6", 304, sophomore. He ranks 5th, so this would be a situation if the Lions got unlucky and there is a run on linemen. Now, this is something that does happen. Absolutely does. And we've seen it. Run on linemen or run or whatever position we need, and it's gone. Rare athletic testing, jumping off the chart. Excellent in pass protection. Natural kick side, shows advanced processing skills. Good left tackle, demonstrates immediate bounce back, delivers jarring initial punch in pass protection, shows advanced processing speed and football IQ. You can put him where Taylor Decker is at. You got a young lineman for many, many years. But he does have some weaknesses, right? He needs to get better athletically. Run blocking, he needs to get better there. Hand technique remains a little bit low. You'd like to get him maybe a little bit more weight as well. Not too bad. But look, we're talking about the 5th player in this offensive line draft, right? He's going to be the 5th option, and the Lions need all the options they can get. So first 3 top 5 selections are offensive line for a reason. It's because the Lions offensive line has been butt cheeks. We need to get an upgrade there. But it's not all offensive linemen. And now my next selection is a little bit different. T.J. Parker, edge from Clemson. The Lions really need to get a pass rusher. And what if there is no lineman available at pick 15? You need to get a pass rusher then, right? T.J. Parker, 6'3", 265, out of Clemson. The 4th best pass rusher in this year's draft. That's generally where he'd be at, was round 15 through 20. What did he do this past year? 5 sacks, 19 assisted, 18 solo, 37 total. Parker is devastating hand usage, natural ball dislodger. He can make the ball be on the ground, sets firm edges. Advanced technique at his age. Consistent production against elite competition. That's what we like to hear. Needs to get a little better setting the edge. First step explosiveness, lacks elite juice. Needs to get better there. Inconsistent motor, but I think with Dan Campbell, they can make him a motorized machine. Again, question for you. Should the Detroit Lions draft offense in round 1 or defense? O for offense, D for defense. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Next and last player on my list here is Cashious Howell. Another pass rusher we need to get. Now this one, he's not the prototypical one that we generally get. He's 6'2", 248, a little bit lighter. Out of Texas A&M. He ranks 9, so maybe this is a trade back scenario in round 1, not necessarily at pick 15. If the Lions decide to trade back, this would be a guy you would look at, right? 20 solo tackles, 11.5 sacks, 1 forced fumble, 0 interceptions. Another player that I think would fit the Lions' scheme, right? Everything that he does, he play linebacker, he's at the edge, shows advanced hand fighting. Motor never ends. Never ends. He just continues to go and go and go. He demonstrates impressive scheme versatility. Length plays as a weapon. Great football IQ. Positive natural bend. He needs to get better lacks of anchor strength, closing speed, and limited experience. He needs to get more experience. But if you're trading out of pick 15 a little bit longer in the draft, he can come in here, give you some pass rush, and he has a high ceiling. He's not the best pass rusher in this draft, but he's got a high enough ceiling that I think he would benefit the Detroit Lions if they were to trade out of the 15th pick. I wouldn't like it at pick 15. That's just my personal beliefs. So final thoughts on this. What do you guys think about the draft? Who do you want to draft? What position? What specific player? I really want to hear everybody's in the comments today because this is going to be a fun one to talk about for the next couple of months until the draft. Just give me your thoughts in the comments below. Adios.